Think of a company that started in 2010 with nothing but a software interface. It was labeled as just another budget phone maker. Then it began weaving of web devices throughout the home. And finally, it started manufacturing cars. But it didn't stop there. One day, it brought a full-size humanoid robot onto the stage. The year is 2018. A tense meeting is taking place at the company's headquarters in Beijing. Founder Lei Jun places a document before the board. The decision was bold. The net profit margin on hardware sales will never exceed 5% forever. Investors were in shock. This is suicide, they claimed, but Lei Jun simply smiled. He knew what Xiaomi, which everyone thought was just a phone company, was actually becoming. Today, Xiaomi isn't just a phone in your pocket. It's the light in your home, the car in your garage, and perhaps your closest friends in the future. On December 25, Xiaomi unveiled its latest flagship mobile phone in China, the Xiaomi 17 Ultra, which hit the market just 2 days later. But this isn't just a story about a new phone. Xiaomi's journey isn't about a single product. It is about an entire ecosystem where every device is interconnected. First, let's address the elephant in the room. How do you actually pronounce it? We have heard it all. Xiaomi, 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 Xiaomi. In Chinese, the X is pronounced like a soft sh sound. So it should be Xiaomi. Fun fact, Xiao means small and Mi means rice. Now let's see how this little grain of rice grew into a global tech titan. The story didn't start with hardware. It started with a soul, a software interface called MIUI. Before Xiaomi even produced its first phone, people were installing the software on their Samsung or HTC devices. Why? Because Xiaomi was the first brand that actually listened. New updates were released every Friday, and bugs were fixed alongside the community. Lei Jun's strategy was clear. Hardware gets old, but software and the community live on. This created the Mi Fan culture, a loyal army established before a single handset was ever sold. Xiaomi didn't just sell a product. They sold a sense of belonging. Let's look at the man behind the vision. Lei Jun. Born in 1969, he graduated in computer science and rose through the ranks at Kingsoft, becoming CEO in 1998. He even sold his startup Joyocom to Amazon in 2004. When he founded Xiaomi in 2010, he brought in partners like former Google executive Lin Bin. This background explains Xiaomi's DNA, a software-first approach, rapid iteration, and deep understanding of scale. So, how did they become a giant with only 5% profit margin? This is where the business lesson begins. Xiaomi is a master of Trojan Horse strategy. They sell you a phone almost at cost to get it into your home. Once it's there, you are much more likely to buy 20 other devices that phone controls. In finance, we call this the flywheel effect. Once the wheel starts spinning, it's unstoppable. By the end of 2025, over 750 million people have become part of this ecosystem. The profit isn't in the hardware. It's in the data, the service, and the software. Xiaomi is now a leader in the Internet of Things, from smart bulbs and rice cookers to TVs and washing machines. But they wanted to give this ecosystem a physical body. CyberOne. First introduced in 2022, CyberOne isn't just a flashy toy. It is part of the embodied AI vision. Imagine AI that runs your phone now having a physical form. With the 2025 updates, CyberOne doesn't just walk. It performs precision tasks in factories and communicates with your home devices via brain power. Then came the most ambitious move yet, the SU7. In 2021, Xiaomi announced they would invest 10 billion over a decade into electric vehicles. To Xiaomi, a car isn't just a car. It's a smart device on wheels. SU7 was a massive hit, reaching 500,000 sales in just 15 months. Even in China, buyers face 30-week waiting lists. And now, with the announcement of the YU7 SUV, ecosystem is expanding to the streets worldwide. As we enter 2026, the vision is complete. Smartphone, smart home, smart car, and humanoid robot. Your phone, your car, and your kitchen robot, all speaking the same language. Xiaomi is evolving from a tech brand into an operating system for life. Lei Jun once said, "If you go fast enough, the wind will always be at your back." Today, Xiaomi isn't moving so fast. They have become the wind itself. But here is the question. How safe is it to hand over every aspect of our lives to a single brand? Is Xiaomi following Apple's lead, or are they playing a much bigger game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And tell me, Xiaomi or Apple? If you enjoyed this deep dive into tech and finance, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. I'll see you in the next revolution.